Welcome to Monmouth in Focus, a program about the services functions of Monmouth County government. I'm Commissioner Director Tom Arnone, your host for this segment of Monmouth in Focus. I am very, very happy today to have a friend plus a very, very special program and the person that runs this program, and that's Monica Vermeulen of the Ashley Lauren Foundation. And I tell you, it's a great and it's an honor to have you here, Monica. And I hope that we can get the message out on what you and your program does for such a special, special group.
Well, I am honored to be here. Thank you so much, Tom, for inviting me and letting me tell your viewers all about the foundation.
So, it's an incredible independent nonprofit organization there. And how did you start it there?
Well, Ashley Lauren is my daughter. She was diagnosed with cancer at the age of 3. She had kidney cancer, lost her kidney, her adrenal gland had spread, went through many years of treatments, chemotherapy, radiation. So we lived through that horrific journey of childhood cancer, something I never knew existed, even though I had been a cancer survivor myself. But to see children go through this, it was just, I can't even, there are no words.
We hear that word, and it's, and I know it personally too, in my family there, and, it just like stops you in your tracks. But when it's a child and children, you see them at such a young age, probably not even realizing what they're going through.
They don't.
There.
They don't.
But you have taken that experience and passed it into something really special that I know Ashley very well, as you know, there, and she's doing great, and she has a family of her own.
Yes,
and
which
so
they said probably would never happen because of the treatment, that she would never have a child, and her child is going to be 2 years old in December.
That is fabulous.
Great story.
But now you took that and you spun it into helping other families. So, like, what are some of the programs that you have there that, I guess let's first start on some of the programs that you give the children with cancer there to just brighten their day and brighten their experience. Then we could talk a little bit about the hardship side of it. So let's talk first about the children.
Well, having lived through it again, the passion grew so much inside of me. I saw the children in the hospital and Ashley and all, and realized the pain that they're going through. They needed smiles. You didn't see a lot of smiles.
And dreams.
And dreams. And wishes. And they just want to be a kid. And so when I put this together, I wanted to come up with programs for the families, but also specifically for the children to bring those smiles and let them know they're loved, they're cared about, that they can make a difference in the world just by being who they are. So we celebrate their birthdays. We make big deals out of that because we're always happy that they are able to have another birthday. So we do that, and we do it up big. And we also do outings for the children, any place they might want to go.
At no cost.
There's never, we give, we don't take, we give.
That's what I like to hear, yes.
Oh, absolutely. And we have special parties for them, 4 seasonal parties. Now, these were all happening before COVID hit, then we had to stop. So we have a spring party at the boardwalk where they're at the beach, all the rides all day, they have lunch, and enjoy because we know how expensive it can be to bring a family just at a day trip. So we have that, and then we have Summerfest and another summer party for the kids where we
you just had Touch a Truck.
Well, that's our fun. That was a fundraiser.
Okay.
Yes, although they were there.
Okay.
They were there. That is correct.
Because I did see. That's true. That's true.
Yes, our families were invited to that, and then we had a harvest party, and it was all fall related, everything that we could possibly think of, and then a Christmas party, which we are now doing that this year. Right. We're back to the parties.
Where's that going to be at?
That's at the Essex and Sussex in Spring Lake. And we did have the boardwalk party, which was sponsored by a terrific family. So the kids, they feel like they're kids again. They're not just a sick child. They're having fun, and the ones who are still in treatment, not necessarily, coming out to these parties because their immune system is so
And
depleted.
that's what you have to be careful about.
Very careful.
Have a party to
Yeah.
a child that is healthy and their immune system's good. But when you're having these, you got to be overly cautious.
Very much so.
And because there's a health issue, and most importantly to them, the
Yes.
children. But as you know, and you know better than all of us that. That the children go through that the health scare. The parents go through the health scare, and obviously the first and foremost thing on a parent's mind is the health of their child.
Right.
And just let me get my child better,
Yes.
whatever it might be. But it's life. Life is going on behind them, and those lives are unfortunately. Not everybody's as compassionate as you are with trying to help these and young students and the families get through this very difficult time. But then on top of it, they have these bills piling up.
Yes.
And piling up, and mortgage payments. And, people, I guess they're understanding to a point, but then it's life, and you got to fulfill your obligation there.
Yes.
And but they can't. Because at the end of the day, and as I would say the same, and I'm sure you did say the same, my first priority is my child here, and I don't care about the bills. I don't care about
it has
anything
to be.
else. And a lot of people don't have the means, and then that's where you come in.
That's right.
So let's talk a little bit about that.
Absolutely. I would say our hallmark is financial assistance. We pay the bills, as you were just talking about. You have a two-parent household, and they're both working or whatever. One has to leave their job to take care of the child. All the more difficult when it's a one-parent household.
Right.
And it just, the bills mount up. We have kept people out of foreclosures. We have kept people from getting evicted. We pay the utilities, we keep the lights on for them. We help them with medical bills not covered by insurance, gas cards to get back and forth to the hospital, food cards so they have food.
And we keep this all confidential.
Yes.
Right, obviously.
Oh, yeah. Yes, absolutely. Whatever the needs are. I mean, they're vast, but that's what we do. And having lived through it, I know, the vital need for support. And material needs. Your refrigerator breaks down. They can't buy a new refrigerator. Wow. So anything like that, household things or whatever. We've done so many things. We've been in existence 17 years.
Wow.
So it's a long time. And when the child is just a baby, we have babies that have cancer, diapers and such, and then emotional support.
And that's big. And so there's a lot of organizations, and everyone are great in their own way there, but, are helping for research and stuff to those areas. I mean, I have one myself for another type of cancer there. But at the end of the day, people kind of forget that their lives, these people's lives are still going on.
Yes.
And hopefully the day will come when everybody's healthy, like Ashley, there, and now you stop, you enjoy that everything's healthy, and now you turn around and you have tons of bills.
Oh, you can't
And that would
even
be
imagine.
the worst
Yes.
thing. That has to be just like draining to a family. So what if you were to guess? And I don't think you could probably give me an accurate number because you've done so many. But if you were to say, how many people do you think that you have touched, families that you have touched, and some of the special like thank yous that has come across there?
Well, truthfully, 17 years, there's been thousands of people that have come through across our path. And there's just, it doesn't matter. Every call we get, every referral we get, we help. We've never turned anyone away. We cover the state of New Jersey. So, it's just one of those things I can't say no. And from the beginning, to your point about the research, I decided I'm not going to fund research because I lived through it. I knew what the needs were. So that's where I wanted the focus, and that's exactly what we do.
So I know now that you're always thinking ahead of there, and I'm also involved with you on this
Yes.
On this foundation here, and it's kind of crazy the way it's just like grabbed me to come there. And as you say, your daughter's name is Ashley Lauren.
Yes.
And when I saw it, I was like, oh my goodness. My daughter's name is Lauren Ashley.
I love it.
And so it just like hit me. And fortunately enough, I never went through that experience there. But it gave me an ability to come and see exactly what you did, and then got involved there. And I actually was winning one of your fundraisers.
Yes, and with your twinkle toes,
Yes,
you
I
are.
danced.
This man is a fabulous dancer, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
He danced.
And I guess, well, it was because of Ashley.
Well, yes, at one of our events, Dancing for Our Stars.
We raised a lot of money.
We raised a lot of money, and Ashley and Tom danced together,
great.
and it was fabulous.
It was fabulous. I never want to do that again, by the way.
Oh, but you were great. You were
but
wonderful.
It was fun. Well, I had her trading me there. So if you're looking into, you're always trying to be creative to think of new things.
Yes.
Because it's all about bringing the outside dollars
Oh,
into
yes,
you.
yes.
And I know that the county has helped you some. And,
Absolutely.
and we're, myself and the rest of the commissioners are firm believers that our nonprofits are what drive the success of Monmouth County there. So if you were to, like, what are some of the things that you have coming down the road that are going to be special to be able to raise money, put in there, and to keep this, keep this foundation moving?
Keep it going.
Yeah,
Keep
that's
it going.
the key.
This is true. Well, as everyone knows, COVID really, we took a hit there, but the county helped us so much through that. We were so grateful. But we have a 50-50 raffle going on now. We just had a Touch a Truck event, which was fabulous.
Yeah, I came to that.
You were there. Yeah, we had over 3,000 people there. And for this coming year, we're going to do Touch Truck again. We're going to go back to our gala, which we had every year.
Oh, yeah, I remember
so,
that.
yes, we're going to that. We have a couple other things that we're talking about at our next board meeting. We'll be talking about that.
Great.
Yeah, so whatever comes up, and then just the generous people in the community.
And do you see that? Do you see people that, out of the blue, they just donate money because of the cause? Yes. Do you see that happen?
Yes, I do see that. And we've been, because of another wonderful sponsor, he's been helping us with a lot of advertising.
That's
He did a billboard, a lot of
I saw the
print work. You
billboard.
saw the billboard.
Yes.
And so, people like that stepped forward, and he wanted to focus in that area to get more people to know who we are. Even though we've been around for a long time, we always need more people. We need volunteers. We need people to donate. So, yes.
So, like, if just to recap here, how would they get a hold of you, the Ashley Lauren Foundation? Is it a website? Or?
Yes, our website is ashleyLaurenFoundation.org.
That is great. That is great. So for all the viewers here, this is I'm telling you, this is a great organization. All our nonprofits are great organizations, and they all fulfill something that's very special in the county here. And this here is something that we wish on nobody, but unfortunately, it happens. And so if the surrounding people could help it financially and help assist it, it would be great. I want to thank you, Monica, for joining us today. Ashley Lauren Foundation is a big part of Monmouth County, and I want to thank you all that you do. And that's all we have today for this episode of Monmouth in Focus. See you next time.